What's up, Thrivers? Ascended One here. I hope all of you guys are having an awesome day, and today I want to talk about 5 points. I want to talk about Ragnarok, wildcard, modders, money, and release dates, because in one of my last videos I shared some of my comments and criticisms about these topics, and I got a huge response from people saying how Ragnarok was not wildcard's fault. In fact, that it was the modders who were actually making the map, and wildcard is not taking responsibility for it. And honestly, I could not disagree more, and I don't see how a lot of people are making it seem like modders are actually doing this out of the kindness of their hearts and for the love of the game. But the fact is, wildcard pays over $60,000 a month. That's $4,000 to 15 players every single month for making this game better, for making new content that could potentially be made into a DLC, and that is exactly what happened with Ragnarok. Now, I definitely think that the modders are not to blame. In fact, I basically think that they have been working so hard, because let's face it, Ragnarok is definitely the most beautiful map to come to Ark so far. It basically encompasses everything that every single map has, and they threw it into one, from the snow, from the water, from the desert that's not actually released yet, but we'll talk more about that later. And one thing I love about the Ragnarok, and I think we can all agree, is the Highlands. That place is absolutely gorgeous. But guys, what does it come down to? Is it wildcard or is it the modders? Now, I personally think it is definitely wildcard here, because the modders are basically hired contractors to do the job. Yes, they maybe don't work directly for wildcard or something, but if they are cashing checks from wildcard, I definitely think I can assume that they are part of the team. Now, I kind of think about it, if somebody was building a house and they contracted an electrician to wire the whole house and they don't do the job right, that definitely falls under the people that were making the house. The tenants are not going to blame the electrician. They are going to blame the people that hired him, because they hired him to get the job done in the first place. So I really don't feel like it is fair to put the blame on the modders. Yes, there is a chance that the modders were lazy and they missed the deadline or something, but I really don't think that that is the case. We all know that wildcard sets unrealistic deadlines all the time, especially in the last 6 months. They are notorious for missing absolutely every single deadline for sure. So I definitely don't think that it is the modders' fault or the people that made the map. It is definitely falls under the hands of wildcard for releasing this map early, because this game is in full release. Now, honestly, I have never bought a game in full release that had so many bugs where I actually considered that the game was kind of broken. I've bought games before where there has been a glitch or two, but not like this at all. And I really think that if wildcard gave the moderators some more time, they would have finished that map perfect. But since they actually released it, now I don't mind that the desert isn't finished. Yeah, it sucks, but honestly, what I am mad about the most is that this map is so laggy. It crashes all the time, and for me, it has almost become unplayable, and I have actually had to move to a different server where I can actually continue to play. So guys, we do have to cut wildcard a little bit of slack here. They have a groundbreaking game. This is a new kind of game, something that we have never seen before, and I know they are under a ton of pressure. But once again, I can't say this enough. This game is fully released. This is retail prices. It's like 80, and it was like $100 when it first came out. It's probably gonna go down after Christmas or something. But what really infuriates me the most is that they are actually releasing a new map before Ragnarok is even finished. And I actually shared how I didn't like how Ragnarok was free, and they are going to be charging money for aberrations. So that's what they are focusing on. And once again, guys, I get it. They need money to continue to continue the game. They need money to pay their people to get the job done. And honestly, guys, I think they need to fire their whole PR team. They need to fire their whole management staff and just keep the developers and start fresh. Because the pressure of the deadlines, the pressure of releasing unfinished content, that is what is killing this game for sure. And I get it. Making money to fund your game is going to be tough, so I don't want to just talk crap about it and just say they need some more cash. So I thought of a couple ideas that could maybe help them in the future, because I actually just downloaded Fortnite last week, and one thing I noticed about this game, and I thought it was absolutely genius, is that they have a store where they actually charge money, but they aren't charging for things that freaking make you stronger or pay things to get you ahead. All they're charging money for is for skins, and I think that that is absolutely genius, and people are buying this stuff up, and I have no idea why they wouldn't just add this to Ark. I think we can all agree people love their tames, they love their characters, and they really want to kind of live them as an expression of themselves. And I really feel like adding some new skins to the character, maybe adding some new skins, maybe like to a tame, like a horse. Like, there are so many people that love their horses, so why not put like a demonic horse and like an angelic horse skin, or just something, or a new sword skin. Anyways, anything that they could charge for that people would buy. And you may think that this is some kind of a money grab, but I think that this is way more important, and it could actually be way more money than they could ever charge for a map, because I've seen it on Fortnite. People are buying this stuff up all over the place. You can buy 2 skins for like 20 bucks, and that is the whole cost of a freaking aberration. So really, I'm thinking straight up, if they just put some skins into the game or put some kind of store, this could help them immensely, and I have no idea why they haven't done it up to this point. And I really think that a lot of people could get behind this, and I really just don't know what they are doing here, because when you charge money for essential parts of the game, like charging money for Scorched Earth, charging money for Aberration, these are core elements of the game that people need to experience, and they think they are going to experience when they buy the game. On the commercials, it's advertised Aberration is going to be huge, and that is going to be a huge selling feature of the game. So I don't know why it actually wouldn't be included in the game in the first place. And I see these people in Fortnite, I see these people in so many other games, they are buying these skins up. Or maybe you could get something with some kind of a unique ability, I don't know, but I really feel like if they're charging this much for one map, people are buying up skins like nothing, and they're dropping tokens all over the place. So I don't know, that's just one option, and I really think that if they need money or they are short on deadlines, they need to start being honest with their players, because the core players, including, I mean, I would consider myself a core player. I think I've logged between 4,000 and 5,000 hours in this game. I know a lot of people have done way more. There's some people at like 7,000 or 10,000 hours. And guys, my hat's off to you. Like, honestly, in life, they say it takes you 10,000 hours to master anything. And the fact that some of you guys have put that into a game, I really feel like Wildcard is doing a disservice to you, doing a disservice to your hard work by not fixing the under the mapping, the glitching, the meshing, so many core elements of this game that it really is a disservice. And I really feel like Wildcard is now really forgetting about the PvP. There are so many YouTube channels, so many people streaming, there are so many people playing the modded arcs, the boosted rates, and I really feel like Wildcard is leaving the PvP in the dust. And another point to kind of back that up is the fact that Aberration is the most aesthetically pleasing map on the market so far. And honestly, I have a huge argument why Ark should be a PvE game, because working so hard on your base for months and months and months, and just having it wiped in one night is absolutely terrible, especially when it's done by a glitch or something like that. Can really take people away from the game and make people want to stop playing. And people, honestly, people just love riding their horses around the map, just exploring and seeing the caves, and that has nothing to do with PvE. And I think that Wildcard is actually starting to realize this, and they honestly just want people playing the game. And I can honestly back that up a little bit, but we can't forget about the hardcore players that want to PvP, that freaking just want to raise their dinos, get a big base, and have kind of that kingdom aspect. And I really think that needs to be acknowledged 100%. If Wildcard was more honest and could just admit their faults and actually apologize, I never really, like, you know, they'll kind of say sorry or they'll make a joke, but I never really feel like it's sincere. And I really feel like after the months and months of pushback release dates, that they kind of owe a lot of people an apology here. I'm not saying me, but just people that have put in so many hours. And guys, just remember, I say this all with a grain of salt. I mean, honestly, I feel a bit betrayed at this point, and it really bothers me, because the fact is Ark is one of the greatest games ever made. This game brought me back into gaming. I got so inspired by this game that I made a YouTube channel, and I just want to see this game reach its full potential, because after Aberration comes out, we are really gonna see if Ark Survival can get out of the adolescent stages of this game and really walk on its own 2 feet. And honestly, the future does not look bright, but they still have a chance. There's still a huge opportunity for them here. There are so many people that just want to see a great game that still play this game, and there are so many people just waiting in the shadows. As soon as this game is great, they are going to come back 100%, and they're going to bring all of their friends as well. So Wildcard, I hope you guys see this video. Maybe think of implementing a different way to get a cash flow rather than charging money for essential parts of this game. But at the end of the day, I got huge respect for Wildcard. I know they're under a ton of pressure, a ton of deadlines, and they are honestly doing their best. But guys, work smarter, not harder. So I love you guys, I love the players, I love this game. I'll see y'all tomorrow, and as always, don't survive but thrive.